monstrous monster you see before you. I was born with the purity of an infant, yet the strength of a great man. I was brought into a cruel world that rejects and destroys anything and everything that it does not understand. Upon my entrance into the world, the closest thing I could call a parent was my Creator, whom abandoned me and left me to fend for myself. Before I could even speak, I was met with rejection and cruelty. But worst of all, I had no one to turn to, no companion or loved one to confide in. I was alone in a world that would slowly turn me into the monster you see before you today.
It's alive! Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
My first breath of air was one of great anticipation and of unknown expectations. Through all of my Creator's hard work, He hoped to breathe in me what He saw as human. However, He saw me as some hideous creature and left me to wander the world alone. I, the miserable and the abandoned, am an abomination. During my isolated travels, I stumbled across a family on the outskirts of society, a resolution to my crippling solitude. As I observed the Lacey family, I learned about the strange mannerisms of mankind and the concept of family. I finally mustered up the courage to approach them, but was met only with bitter rejection stemming from my unsightly appearance. Could I really be so unappealing that every living creature despises my presence? Am I to spend my entire life in solitude? What is the point of living if I have to live alone? Later, coping with my depression, I saw a little girl in distress. All I wanted was to help. I felt an intense sense of urgency, so I rushed toward her with much force. I worked through the dense foliage to pull her to safety. I tried to save her, but I was approached by a rustic man who had seemed to know the girl. Upon seeing me, he darted towards me, tore the girl from my arms, and fled towards the woods. I was so confused by the man's sense of urgency and terror. I approached him to offer more help, but as I advanced, he drew and aimed a gun at me, then proceeded to fire without mercy. As I fell to the ground, my attacker escaped, still with no mercy or consideration of my state. This act of barbarism was the reward of my benevolence and pure heart. Oh, the irony. My efforts to restore life were repaid by an attempt on my very own. The feelings of kindness and gentleness which I had previously experienced converted themselves to intense fury and rage. I vowed to bring all vengeance and suffering to mankind. All I ever wanted was someone to love. Man was created to have a companion, for I was Victor's Adam, but he denied me the love of an Eve. I do know that the sympathy of one living being, I would make peace with all. I have love in me, the likes of which you can scarcely imagine, and rage the likes of which you would not believe. If I cannot satisfy one, I will indulge the other.